Hi, thank you for joining me. This is Dr. Erica again. This is a new podcast series that I'm going to talk about in several videos. And so stay tuned and be informed. Now, this particular video is the number three of the series, Career Survival. My career going on, my career currently, my experiences thus far, and what I expect upon completing this series, and what I expect upon my retirement here soon, and also what I want to share with the world as far as what I've done to prepare and where I am currently. So stay tuned to the end of the video. Thank you for joining me. This is Dr. Erica. I am founder of Millennium Pharmacy LLC. I am a pharmacist for close to 10 years now, and I am in my 10th year of pharmacy. I've done retail pharmacy, I've done clinical pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, certification in IV sterilization, a accepted technique. I've also have received certification of immunization as well. A lot of my credentials come from Auburn University of Auburn, Alabama, where I received my degrees, pre-medicine, biomedical sciences, and also pharmacy or pharmaceutical studies, doctor of pharmacy. This particular series talks about my entrepreneurship as an independent pharmacy and business owner, also my desire to work abroad as a pharmacist or pharmacy management. Now, I have also studied several languages. I speak English as my primary language, and I also speak Spanish, a little bit of Spanish medical and pharmacy terminology. Thank you for joining me for this particular video. Stay tuned to the end of the video as I share my experiences as well as my desire to increase in my learning as I head towards a journey of retirement in abroad travel, abroad practice of pharmacy. Now, side hustle, small jobs, extra cash, temporary seasonal work is an opportunity for pharmacists, independent pharmacists like myself, who work alone, who work as an entrepreneur, someone who wants to come together to work outside of the industry of pharmacy as a side hustler or someone who works small independent jobs just to get by as a supplemental type income. Now, these types of jobs can be very small, such as medical courier or restaurant industry hostess, someone who hosts restaurant clients, someone who works small jobs as a retail cashier, someone who could work a small job at the mall, at the shopping mall, for example. These are small jobs, for example, that can be utilized to help with supplemental income. Supplemental income helps push us over to our financial goal of retirement and also our financial goal of getting ahead. Now, it also helps build savings, also helps keeps us secure in what we want to do, helps us to stand firm on our own footing, and also helps us to get where we want to be ultimately. Now, besides family help, besides income, primary income, supplemental help, supplemental income is a great way to increase your savings, increase your stability, increase those extra expenses that you may see coming in throughout the month, helps you to gain footage and become more stable and more secure in your dreams, in your goals. Now, I personally have recently worked in the restaurant industry, working with a large fast food corporation as someone who just comes in to help maybe 20 to 30 hours per week to help get some footage in the industry. Now, as a young, vibrant, zealous individual, I did beforehand work as a fast food industry worker, food handler, is what you may come across as a terminology for these type employees, or food handler assistant, someone who comes in to the restaurant to help with handling food, passing out food, taking orders, and so forth, cleaning and preparation of items as well. I've done these items before becoming a collegiate student, and also I've done these items early on in my life, so I was a little bit familiar with the way that these items and tasks that were given to me were carried out. So I was able to do these things and get some work, some extra supplemental work done. Now, the income that I received from the food industry that I worked as a food handler went into my utilities. It helped with my entrepreneurship, my businesses, buying products for my business. The income that I received also helped me to uh, have a little extra cash flow on the side, have a little extra money to get to point A to point B. Also helped me to not only provide for my business, but actually introduce new product into my business, like beauty products. I was able to purchase some items that were for sale at low prices and put them on my website for resale. So also food industry, Uber driving, medical couriers, also being able to work as a cashier at a grocery store, at a shopping mall. Those are some things that can help in the long run. Now, there's short term goals, but of course, that extra income goes a long ways. I do want to recommend it for those entrepreneurs out there who are interested in gaining a leverage on their business. Okay, don't be afraid to venture out of the primary career choice. Don't be afraid to venture out into a career path that you're familiar with and we're excellent at. I was an excellent food handler, a drive-through worker at one point in my life, and so that's what encouraged me to continue on. If I'm good at something and I'm not utilizing it, then of course I won't be able to go back and exercise those strengths of mine. So I was able to do that, and I was happy to do that. So side hustling can be safe and it can be productive. It's just upon your decision to do so. And I have also come across a few other people who said that this type of side hustle or extra work industry choice was just a supplemental to help them to gain a little bit more leverage in their business, in their primary setting. Primary career choices were like content creating and so forth, and so, in order to be a content creator, you have to have another set of income because we don't never know, when these types of creations might not provide that income that you were looking for. Okay, so do consider side hustling as an option. Also, there's care aids. Care aids is another choice that you can consider as a side hustle or small job. Care aides work overnight, they work during the day, they work in the evenings, they have flexible hours for their care aides. There are some businesses that offer not only care aid flexibility, but they offer benefits at a certain amount of hours per week. Then you may also consider not only care aid or cashiering or assistant working, but you can also do volunteer work. Volunteer work is good to help with getting yourself out there, getting your name out there, gaining experiences, gaining communication and networking. Also, it's good to help with your understanding of the community around you. Okay, care aid is also an opportunity to volunteer as well. Okay, so also consider jobs that will help bring a flexible amount of income into your normal income by working nights and evenings as well. Working nights and evenings, besides your primary job, can be tiresome sometimes, but you can adjust, you can ask for that flexibility in your schedule. Okay. And most employers will work with you during that time. And if you're not familiar with a task at hand, feel free to steps to the side and ask an employee or a coworker to help you to understand your job tasks. Also, there's modules, there's training on hand, training that's available as well. So do be familiar with that. Now, also, there may be small jobs as pharmacy technician work. These jobs do require certification. Some people are willing to go the extra mile to receive the certification and licensing in order to have that extra rate per hour. Now, the rate per hour is of any job is determined by the certification and educational experience. So, technician staff that are coming in to look for that extra income besides their primary income, they have to have that certification. I've had that experience working in the pharmacy department as a pharmacy manager. I've had older people who come in, they have jobs, they have a career, their family is set, their children are adults, they don't live at home with them, and they want to have a second job or a supplemental income. So they become pharmacy technicians. Just pay a small fee, do a small study, and pass the exam, and you become a pharmacy technician. That is what a lot of people are considering nowadays. Take the extra time, study a little bit, get that extra income under your belt, and have a pleasant life. No one is judging. No one is judging. The only judgment comes from yourself. If you're judging yourself, then you will feel that. However, you don't have to even disclose that information. Disclose the information with your employer. Let them know your primary job. Let them know what your objective, your goal is while working the job. And let them know that you have a time frame to start and to stop the job. What your expectations are at the time of the interview or at the time of the discussion. Let them know what you're looking for, what you're expecting, and why you want to be an employee, and why you are working for that small amount of time. So they don't have the expectations of you maintaining or being promoted or working a long time in that facility. Let them know your thoughts up front. Be honest, be concise, and be upfront with them so that there's no strings attached to the employment. Side hustling is a way to become more familiar with your finances, become more stable. Also, it's a good choice to make if there's a time for a promotion, there's a time for elevation in the career. That could be an opportunity as well. But as a side hustle, small time, small, short period of time, and also a way to build income, to build trust, to show that you are putting forth an effort in your finances. As a side hustle for myself, working in the food industry, I'm glad that I took that opportunity to work a couple of months as a side hustle in a restaurant as a food handler. And also, that income once a week was very helpful, helped me to get my store products on the shelf, more products online, to have a little extra income in my pocket with my home expenses and so forth. Now, it also helped me to put money towards my licensing for pharmacy. So I was able to do that. I was able to do that successfully. And it helped me to get out there, get into the workforce, get back into the food industry where I had worked before years back and had gained that experience and was very happy at the time. Also, it can be, I will make note, it can be a wear and tear. As you get older, those type of side hustles, those type of small jobs become more and more difficult to work as you become older. As you become older, it becomes more stressful on the mind and on the body because a lot of those side hustle jobs, those small jobs, are being occupied mostly by young adults in their 20s, mid 20s, early 20s, late teens. I will say that. So do be aware of that when you're deciding which small job to choose, which side hustle to choose. Young people are ready and available and swift to take on these positions. And when they do, you have to be ready as well as an older adult who's just seeking a small supplemental income. So do be aware of that health little tidbit. Okay. And also be aware that you're only there for a small time. You're only there for a small period of time. You're only there to get the small income that you need to bring yourself to a leveled up position. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say on this particular podcast video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what comments that you have. What areas that you suggest that are great side hustles besides food carrier, such as Uber driver or DoorDash. Also, medicine courier for these different corporations, such as LabCorp and, for example, CVS, Walgreens. Also, food handler couriers, those who take food and deliver. Also cashier work, work that incorporates being an assistant in a warehouse. Those are small jobs that you can consider as a healthcare professional to bring in additional income. As an entrepreneur, as an independent worker, being a truck driver, even, is an example as well. Of course, it requires some certification, some training. However, that work is good for you and can help you. Easy work, driving a truck, being a courier. Those are easy jobs that can help bring in that supplemental income for yourself. So do be considerate of those jobs. Don't discriminate because you might miss out on a great blessing that you don't want to miss out on. Don't discriminate, don't downcast. Go ahead and consider these positions because they can help you to get over on that goal that you've been wanting for a long time. It might be the pushover for you. So don't discriminate, don't hesitate, reach out, apply, and make sure that your resume exemplifies your goal, exemplifies what you want to do with this job. Your resume, you might show that you're overqualified. However, you can dim down your resume to show that you are eligible for any type of job. Yes, I may be overqualified. Yes, I've worked this industry before. And yes, I can perform the job at hand. And if you need me, I'm available. Yes, I can do the job. Yes, I can work the position. That's what you have to go in with confidence, not being afraid, not saying, oh, I'm overqualified, but going in with the confidence knowing that, okay, I can do this job. I can create my own income. I can maintain my independence as a healthcare worker, as a business owner. No, you don't have to disclose all of your information, but make sure your resume shows that you are a career educated white collar individual. And yes, you can do a blue collar work as a secondary way to gain income. Removing all of these high titles, removing all of the type that comes with being a healthcare professional can help you to push over into the income that you want. Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to just being a healthcare provider. These titles as healthcare provider professionals can detour you from reaching your ultimate goal. So do not hesitate, okay? Don't hesitate. Stay encouraged, stay confident, and let me know in the comment section what you desire, what you've gone through, your task as a hustler or as a small job worker. And let me know what your experiences are as well as being both a white collar and a blue collar worker. So it's been a long time since I ever did a secondary job or a side hustle job, but I remember a lot of details when I was. So that was a plus. They said, "Oh, you've done this before. How did you? You're good." So I was able to utilize a lot of my memory to create a work day that was successful. I didn't want to lose all of that. But because I reapplied, I applied, I showed up when they told me to come back. They dissed me. I showed up continuously to show that I was persistent and I wanted the job. I needed the job and I wanted to show them that I could do the job because I loved the job. I loved the job when I first was introduced to the job as a young adult, and it helps me today as an older adult. And by me still being physically able, being mindfully able, I was able to execute the job for at least 2 months as I had promised during my interview session to let them know, hey, this is just a supplemental job. I work as in the pharmacy department. That's what I do primarily. Yes, it's a large income, but at this particular time, I am in dire need of a small income and I still would like to work. So you have to release that information up front. Okay. And I hope this podcast series video has been very helpful to you. Let me know again what you think. What are your thoughts on side hustles and small jobs and night works and being a courier for Uber or a courier for DoorDash? Okay, these opportunities are available. Don't hesitate, they're out there, and it helps your small business to grow because that income goes towards inventory, it goes towards your supplies, it goes towards your online presentation, it can go towards your website building and sustainability. It goes towards your home. It goes towards a lot of different things. So don't hesitate and don't be discouraged. Stay encouraged. Stay confident. That's the only way to get through it. Your confidence. Any small negative thinking that might approach itself can be detrimental and only comes from yourself. No one's thinking negative except yourself. So if you can overcome that, then yes, you can be a someone who is productive and receiving the income that they need. So thank you for joining me. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.